on time, rising up as a chorus.
Hey guys.
Hey, happy Sunday.
Hey, happy Sunday. Welcome back.
We did skip one Sunday.
Yeah, we skipped a Sunday because we were both very sick.
But it was a Sunday full of art videos of me drawing characters from Smash, so
and,
hey.
Again, sorry about the art videos lately. I mean, like, it doesn't feel like something that we should really apologize for because, like, oh, it's still
I'm not
content,
apologizing for drawing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's not what people come to the channel for.
It's a substitute.
It wasn't what it was supposed to be.
There's no commentary on them, so they're not even useful art videos.
The commentary, the art videos with commentary tend to be like way better than the ones where we just put it up with sound.
We label them how to draw because we didn't have a better name for them, but it's like you're not learning anything from just watching.
No, well, nobody really learns anything if we talk either half the time.
Yeah, well, sometimes I describe the tools I'm using. Or admit to secrets, like how I always draw hands in one of, like, maybe 5 positions.
Oh, yeah, you were doing stuff on this, weren't you?
Yeah, the party is randomly... Like, I was using one where it was, like, made of metal to start.
Yeah,
so fair. I was just doing spirit board stuff one night.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not a lot.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And we're playing as Piranha Plant for now.
Yeah, because you like her.
Yeah, I do. She's a good character. She plays really nice, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get back into the swing of this because I have not been playing Smash.
Oh, this is a gross floor.
Yeah, it's a sticky floor.
Defense down. Okay. So this guy is... What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's something from... Well, I don't want to say this again because the last time I said this I was wrong. I was going to say I'm pretty sure it's something from Earthbound, but I don't know for sure, actually.
What was wrong when you said it was Earthbound and it wasn't?
It was from, like, Excite Truck.
Oh, okay. I keep forgetting Excite Truck was a thing that ever
happened.
Well,
I don't think it was actually Excite Truck. I think it was one of the other Excites. But,
the fact that they make those, though, it's like, I forget.
They made those. They don't
those were like GameCube stuff, right?
Yeah, Excite Truck was, I think, well, actually, Excite Truck may have been a Wii game. I don't even remember.
I don't know. Neither of us have played it. I have not seen Excite Truck in the wild.
I've seen it once in the wild.
Oh, weird.
Oh, damn it.
Oof.
That's fine, because I got a shell.
That didn't help much.
It helped a little.
Oh, well, now you've got to smash. Might as well.
Yeah. Let our dad take care of him. We also have a double smash, by the way. I don't know if you remember that, but we bought that the last time.
We keep having this thing where we'll say that Petey Piranha is the daddy and then correct ourselves. Like, I don't think he's their daddy.
No, probably not.
He's something.
Petey Piranha can trap up to 2 fighters. Oh yeah, you can only hit 2 people with that.
Oh yeah, well, it's 2 cages.
It didn't occur to me. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, usually we play one-on-one.
Actually, though, yeah. So we could go for Blaze the Cat, or we could go for Rabid Kong.
Well, there's a fighter there.
Yeah, there's a fighter right there.
Yeah.
I guess we're fighting Rabid Kong.
What is this shoulder pad he's got on? That's not something that Donkey Kong ever has.
Hold on. Spirits, fight. It's the weird shoulder pad with the strap going around, yeah? I'm not 100% sure. I think it has something to do with the way that he melees in the game he's from.
Yeah, it's just some rabbits thing. It's a big rabbit and he's dressed like a big rabbit would be dressed, but the tie means he's Donkey Kong and that's it.
Sort of.
We do not know anything about that.
He is designed to look like Donkey Kong. That is a thing.
Does Donkey Kong ever get a shoulder pad?
No, but there's a lot of things that they toss into that game that none of the characters really do or get. So it's like...
I mean, we've all seen the picture of Peach Rabbit with the cell phone. Peach doesn't normally have a cell phone.
Peach does not normally have a cell phone.
Yeah, but it makes sense for her to have had one. So it's like, I don't know. But Donkey Kong wearing clothes that aren't his tie, it's like...
Hey, he used to wear a shirt. Like...
Wait, when did you wear? You're doing the Donkey Kong Jr. thing. That's a onesie. Yeah. That's not a shirt.
Okay,
it's a baby
enough.
Onesie.
Well, did you notice that the tie wraps back around and it's a cape in the back as well?
Oh, that's weird.
It's a good concept for how to do Donkey Kong's cape or Donkey Kong's tie and make it look really good.
Yeah.
Because typically he's just got a tie that kind of sits there. It doesn't. I don't
It's
even
an
remember
actual
if it goes
tie.
around.
No, it goes around. I'm pretty sure. What would it clip to?
I don't know. Nothing.
I'm pretty sure his tie goes all the way around.
Well, yeah,
it's just
they
under
gave
the
him
fur a
shoulder
little
pads,
bit.
and I'm gonna guess it's because he probably rushes into things. He's a melee character in that, so it has to be like, oh, he fights things, because every other character in that game is a fucking gun user.
That's true.
Win the fight to awaken the. Yeah, all right, we can just beat up Pac-Man like this. I'm not a big Pac-Man player, so
me either.
This character again doesn't help us.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
as much as
in
it
general, like, Pac-Man is one of those games where everyone has played level 1. Beyond that, who the fuck knows?
I think I may have beaten Pac-Man before.
Like, proper Pac-Man? Like,
yeah, like the arcade cabinet.
Is that 255 levels? There's like
maybe,
the map
maybe
doesn't change much.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Is it like the Google version that might have
No,
less?
no. I used to play in pizzerias when I was a kid.
Okay. Yeah, I'm under the impression that beating Pac-Man isn't really that easy, but it's just kind of a lot of repetition.
Okay, I'm gonna die. He threw the sword at me. I wasn't expecting it. Anyway, yeah. Pac-Man's super repetitious. You kind of gotta get used to things. It helps if you know what the AI for the ghosts are like, because the AI for the ghosts, I used to know this really good, but the AI for the ghosts it's different depending on which ghost it is. And a lot of American players don't realize that, because the names of the ghosts in Japanese are how you know what their different stuff is. So, like, you might literally have ghosts named things like Angry.
As opposed to Inky and
as
Pinky
opposed to
and
Inky,
stuff.
Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde. It's like, no, Angry, Avoiding, and stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay. Like, they kind of tell you with their name what they're gonna be doing on the field. Like, they're either gonna rage out and go after you, or they're gonna run from you, or they're gonna just do nothing and go crazy.
Have you seen that, it was from, like, 2014, that Pac-Man CGI TV show they made?
I've seen parts of it.
I think I've seen, like, I don't know, maybe, like, 10 episodes of it. That is an experience.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of screenshots and a lot of people talking about various episodes and concepts that it brings up, like the idea that all of the ghosts are like dead soldiers.
And the fact that there's a girl one with pigtails and thigh highs.
who doesn't look like a Pac-Man character in the slightest.
But it's not, like, amazing.
Ooh.
It's not terrible either, but the fact that they put as much thought into it as they did is really something.
Wait.
Huh.
All we did was get Pac-Man. Oh, he's dropping something.
Huh.
Okay, is it a boss?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
It's
one of the big bosses. Look at that.
Military area.
Okay. That... Please tell me that's Outer Heaven? Like, I want... Okay. I kinda...
We gotta,
or like Zanzibar
go
land or something. I want this to be the snake area.
You want that to be a Metal Gear?
I want that to be a Metal Gear.
Let's find out.
Also, it's important to note that the last time that we had one of these was way the hell up here, and it was the one that turned into Giga Bowser, but it was an entire level. Mm-hmm. It was just Giga Bowser's like house. It was
so you're
kingdom.
Hoping there's a mini dungeon?
I'm hoping that's a mini dungeon. Yeah,
that's just a fucking military island full of wolves.
First, because it's a little bit easier. We'll go the other way eventually, but I want to start off going this way because I like the mites.
Remind me what these are from?
Smash.
Okay, were they a subspace emissary thing?
No, these are. I want to say it was Smash 64 used these. I can't even
Not
remember.
that I remember.
Maybe it wasn't.
They had
Smash
polygons
64.
in 64.
Yeah, you know what? You might be right. Maybe it's not Smash then. Maybe I'm wrong.
They look like Olympic mascots to me.
Yeah, they do.
Olympic
But that's not what
mascots
they
don't
are.
have a look, though. I think there's just like a specific Olympic mascot they look like.
They kind of look like the rings for the Olympics, which might be what you're getting off of that.
Oh, like they could be from the Mario and Sonic Olympic games, potentially?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure these have nothing to do with the Olympics.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's a bad read.
Yeah, no, there's just probably, like, if you look at the Olympic mascots from the last, like, 20, 30 years, it's like, there's no common ground.
No, because they're always designed by people who live in that country,
Yeah.
and it's usually like, hey, I'm just gonna make, like, 5 bears, and they're gonna be cartoon characters, or hey, I'm just gonna put eyes on a spring, and there you go.
Yeah.
It's not a real one, by the way.
Well, that's Clippy, basically.
Yeah, well, sort of.
This is a fucking Metal Gear stage, so you might be right about where we're going. I just realized that.
Yeah, no, I noticed it.
There's, I want to say, was it the Chinese mascots from a few years ago? Just kind of look like CGI blobs made out of Capri Sun.
Maybe? Maybe. I know that there were a few
could've
that
been
people
Tokyo, I don't
laughed
know.
at for a while. Were the weird bears the Chinese one, or was that like
think that was Canada.
Canada? Okay. All I remember is that there were weird bears too.
There was a recent one that I think was China that was like mythical animals, and they were a similar style. But then like
Maybe.
another year was the
Maybe.
weird CGI blobs that looked like a mid 2000s test for like a 3D modeling software.
Yeah. Okay, that's a. Oh,
that a dojo?
we need a character to get through there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where it's like you need a person, like a specific person.
A specific spirit.
Look, there's a pipe over here. Okay.
Like
That's out of
military
left
hangars,
field. Yeah,
but there's nothing in
like
there. We
Area
can't go
51
there.
over here.
It's a whole bunch of area that's just there
off of
for the
This
map.
gridded mushroom area. Yeah. I mean, this map is interesting. We keep running into weird things where I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, it's a nice map. I don't like the weird fact that it looks like it went through a Photoshop filter,
Yeah,
but I like
that's
what's
a
on
little
the map.
weird. I also don't like that you can do this. I feel like that's
It
kind of
doesn't do
unnecessary.
anything?
And it makes it almost feels kind of bad to see it do that.
There's a mine. I don't
Yeah,
know what that is.
Yeah, there is a mine up here.
But
I'm
we
kind of
w- we
interested
wanna
in that.
see
That might be
if
a
we're-
dojo, honestly.
We want to see if we're about to go to Metal Gear.
Yeah, well, I'm almost positive we're going to Metal Gear. Especially because this is Dr. Strangelove.
That's a character?
Do you remember... We didn't play it for the channel, but we have together played Metal Gear Solid 1.
I would say I watched you. I was not
That's fair.
involved.
That's fair. Metal Gear Solid 1 has a character named Otacon, who's the nerd who's like, oh, it's just like my
The guy who
Japanese
pisses
animes.
himself.
That's his mom. Dr. Strangelove is his mother.
Oh, okay.
She is one of 2 scientists who work together to kind of like basically make the Metal Gears, but I think Strangelove doesn't have as much of a hand in it as his dad does, who's an absolute coward and a disgusting human being. He eventually, you know what, I'm not even gonna say that. There's problems
Yeah,
involved
we
with everything
bought
there.
a PS3 compilation of, what was it, like the first 3 Metal Gears?
It's the first 3 and then some. It's also the PSP games.
Okay. Well, the idea was we would eventually play them for the channel.
That was stupidly easy.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that, but all I did was up smashes, and I just killed her.
That's fine.
That was a terrible Bayonetta playing. Like,
Yeah, well, remember we went back down through a branch that had been blocked to
well,
us
yeah,
before?
but the AI is dependent on the star number, and I think she was like 2 or... I think she was a 2-star?
Well, this is 2 stars.
this
that
is
one
Roll
probably
Casket
was.
also. Roll
Yeah,
Casket's
that's
great.
Legends roll.
Yeah, I fucking love Legends Roll. Legends Roll is the best roll, in my
Again,
opinion.
I've
a lot
only
of people,
played-
A lot of people debate.
I've only played Tron Bond from that continuity, so you're gonna have to fill me in.
I've played Legends. She's a good character. That's basically the best way to put it. She's also not Mega Man's sister in Legends, which is a departure from what it typically is.
They're
which
not
is,
romantic interests, are they?
It's debatable.
Because I don't like that, because they're normally siblings. It's
well,
just...
a lot of people aren't sure if they were meant as romantic interests or if the romantic interest is supposed to be Tron Bond.
I
or
think
like
that
what's going
makes
on with
sense.
that. Also, she does have... They do have a monkey that lives with them, which is, I guess, what Diddy is supposed to be here. It's like half monkey, half robot. I forget its name.
I know that they're like, my brain wants to say it looks like a monkey ball monkey, but he's got like he's got like robot bits to the torso.
Yeah, on like down below, like he's like half a sphere on the bottom of his body and then a monkey on the top.
I know I've seen pictures of this character.
I always thought that the character looked like a Monkey Ball monkey, but Monkey Ball is owned by Sega, so it's like...
It could just be that there's a certain kind of simplified monkey design that you
like
just
a generic
see.
thing that they just decided to use.
Like it's a Japanese cereal mascot or something, and we just don't get the reference every time.
It could be.
Because I could easily believe that for a lot of things, where it's like, why do they always draw, like... Have you noticed, like simplified anime tigers always have the stripes in the same place? It's like a little little T on top with extra little crosses through it, and it kind of looks like tabby markings, but it's very simplified. It's like there's probably a place that started with and we just don't understand.
It could be.
Yeah, it's generally I assume there's probably a million different...
Well, I messed up. No. That's not a ledge. I don't like that you could go through the bottom of the stage and not grab anything. I mean, like, I know that's normal for Smash, but it feels bad when it's like, no, I'm right there, I'm like an inch away, and the character just
it's not like you
footing.
can grip a ledge that doesn't exist because you're in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
What's going on here that it's giving you trouble? Is it just...
It's just so much going on.
Okay.
Isabelle is also not a bad character. She's pretty good, honestly.
I'm not familiar enough with her or Villager to be familiar with the differences.
She has a command grab.
Yeah, Villager doesn't have that, right?
No, he doesn't. He's got a version... the version of it that he has is his pocket, which is... It's basically very similar, but her version is completely fucking different.
Like, he can pick stuff up. Like, he can pick up projectiles, and she can just grab you.
She can also pick up projectiles.
With that?
Yeah,
okay.
if you time it properly, I believe she can also do that.
What do you want to bet it's just because the concept of Villager as a fighter probably had a lot of things that they could have done for his movesets. What are the odds that they just had a bunch of ideas that were good, but they scrapped, and they were like, well, we can just do another Villager? Because that's basically what she's doing.
I mean, sort of. She can also pick up items with hers, by the way, like Villager can. Just pointing that out there. And people figured out that if you have two Isabelles against each other and they grab the same item, sometimes, depending on the item, they will duplicate the item. People were using that, I think, in 2.0? Like, update 2.0 or update 1.0, I forget which one, to grab the same assist trophy, and then it wouldn't duplicate the item, but if the Isabelle who did pick up the assist trophy got hit immediately while holding it, I think was the trick for that, you would get an infinite version of the assist trophy. So people were using it to basically pull out like a million Waluigis at once. They would just flood the stage until the game crashed.
And of course it would be Waluigi.
It wasn't always Waluigi, but yeah.
But they gotta pick Waluigi for the meme. This is an Advanced Wars character. He's basically just the first guy you get, and he's just the basic, his stats are balanced.
Surprisingly, I have never played Advance Wars.
So it's just
I'm aware of it.
It's just a turn-based strategy RPG.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
I want to say he's geared towards tanks and infantry, so that's why you've got a bunch of snakes here. They're infantry.
Fair enough.
I don't remember the plot of Advance Wars. It's just kind of like there's a war. Go Advance.
Yeah.
It was for Game Boy Advance, and I want to say before that there were games that were like Famicom Wars or Super Famicom Wars. Like it's not... Advance Wars was just the first one we got in America, so we think of it as being the Advanced Wars series, but I don't remember what it's called outside of here.
Wars, maybe?
Maybe. I was informed by a Popka's reader that the people who made Advance Wars also made Fire Emblem, or at least the first ones.
Okay.
Because that's also a strategy game.
Yeah, it
normally.
is.
So it's like I think what they told me was they made Advance Wars first and then wanted an Advance Wars with a plot, so they just came up with like a medieval fantasy setting.
That's fair.
Yeah. And it's like, it's kind of what you expect from a strategy RPG that's non-isometric. Like, you're basically just playing chess.
Yeah.
Chess with guns.
Oh, come on, no! Fuck you!
Wow.
I walked into a bomb. I was gonna win.
You got a little too close to the sun, and it exploded.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that was, I was way too full of myself by that point in the match.
A little bit.
Yeah, alright.
I just realized they're tiny snakes.
Yeah, they're tiny snakes.
Because the infantry, which
is very small in Advance Wars.
Are they still an assist trophy? Because they were in Brawl.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, they still
yeah,
are.
where it's just a good bunch of little red pixel men that just show up.
Actually surprised that they didn't throw that into this fight.
Yeah. Are we sure it's still a thing?
I'm almost positive that it is, yes. Oops.
Oh, they're giving explosives on this stage because it's infantry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Snake and all that. I mean, it's not just that it's Snake.
Yeah,
and,
no.
You know, but whatever.
It's just, it's soldiers, so they got bombs.
Oh, come on, I was
my
picking that
God.
up. Oh, I hate the landmines. I can never read them right because do they explode over time? Like,
I think sometimes they do.
because I was just walking up to grab that one and it blew up in my face. Like, here's the thing about items in Smash, right? Like, I play Smash a lot with items. I still forget what half the items in this fucking game do.
To be fair, there's a lot of them now, and a lot of them are small and sometimes deceptive in that they'll look very similar to other items on purpose.
Yeah. Like this one.
Oh yeah, is that a fake?
Yeah, that's a fake Smash ball.
Of course, because there's just bombs
There's
on this
just
stage.
bombs on this one, yeah. Oh, fuck. I messed myself up there.
Well, you caught yourself.
Uh-oh. I'm staying away from you, bud.
At least the ship here is targeting more than just you.
Yeah, at least.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
come on!
Can I try one?
Ugh. Yeah, go for it. You can change your party too if you need to.
Yeah, let's do
It's
that.
not a particularly hard fight, it's just the bombs are throwing me off. I think that's
Let's
mostly what's
see
going on
here.
here.
Let's just... I'm gonna leave that one.
You can change it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I don't have an idea of what to do. I just want to see what our utilities could potentially be. Back
That
shield.
shield might help.
Yeah. Landing leg, I don't care. Fire explosion resist, that makes sense. Lipstick,
Yeah.
I'll try it.
Okay.
Let's see, do I want to be Piranha Plant? I don't
You
think
could
I
be
do.
Peach if you'd prefer, because that might be better off for the way that you play. up to you.
Yes. If we had Fox or Falco, I think I would have picked one of them right now. Because I would get a little more range. I could just shoot guys for a while.
I mean, I haven't been playing him, but I'm actually not bad. I'm semi-decent with Bowser, so...
yeah, maybe try
I just
that
like
after this.
Piranha Plant.
Yeah,
like,
Piranha Plant is just fun. Every animation that Piranha Plant has is just precious.
It's a joy.
Yeah, she's our waifu.
She's a peach. She's a deer. She's a horrific Venus flytrap.
Staying away from these motherfuckers. Oh.
Well, it only follows them for a certain period of time, and then it sticks.
Oh, enemy health. Oh, it's because Andy is a repair guy.
Yeah, he heals if the enemies get hurt enough. I think they all do, but I think once the Mario's gone, it might stop. I'm not even 100% sure, to be real. All I know is that I don't think that they were doing that by the end, and I had killed the Mario. Like,
Okay.
maybe they do. I'm not really sure. All
Doing
these
okay.
fucking snakes.
There's a certain amount of,
This nest of vipers.
there's luck to this because of all the freaking bombs. But
Yeah, well, there's also a ton of snakes. It's not just the 4 that
are
you
we
fight.
tired
It's,
of all these snakes?
I'm a little tired of all these snakes.
On this...
plane? Yeah, a little bit. Thanks for that meme from, like, 2003, by the way.
Memes are... Okay, I don't think it was 2003. I think it was like a 5. But, memes are only good once they've aged a certain point. If you're saying a meme when it's new, you're like a 5-year-old and you need to stop. If you're saying a meme from 20 years ago, yes, I see you remember. Fuck you. It's me against this single infantryman.
Yeah, I noticed.
Who is smaller than my
fighting
toe.
This tiny snake. I'm also never sure if I'm gonna set off a landmine or if my opponent's going to.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Such a pain. You can hit him and do it again. Oh, okay.
That's
or not.
fine. There you go.
By the way, have I pointed out that they changed Snake's symbol and they changed it for a reason?
Oh yeah, no. I noticed when I drew him for Popkas that his box and his new logo are not what they were.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know about the box. I think maybe the box
it has
something
an
like
exclamation
the
point.
new games or something like that. But so the reason that they changed his logo, and I found out about this shortly after the logo was brought to people's attention. Mm-hmm. So the symbol for him initially was the symbol for Fox Team, which is or whatever the fuck, which is the thing that Snake is a part of in some of the earlier games. It's also the symbol for Kojima Studios, which is what Kojima made games under when he was working for Konami. Kojima and Konami aren't really on speaking terms anymore. So part of the stipulation with bringing Fox back was that Nintendo had to agree to change his symbol.
Snake?
Yeah, sorry, Snake back was that Nintendo had to agree to change his symbol.
So you're gonna need to pick up that fighter.
Yeah, I know.
Also, you noticed that that was a Metal Gear character that opened the door for us, wasn't it?
Yep. That was, I thought that was, when I first saw him, I thought that was Otacon's dad, but that was just Otacon. That's actual Otacon, like, as an adult.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny, because he's an adult in every game. It's just, like, there are certain levels of adult that are more adult for him than others.
Huh, so we're up against, is this a Mega Man
Sigma.
X
Yep.
character?
This is the main boss of the original Mega Man X.
Yeah. Who is, roughly the same size as Ganondorf, so this makes sense.
I mean, kinda. He usually is in, like, a giant robot, but that's fine.
But he also is a robot, so whatever.
Yeah, he's a robot and a robot. It happens.
Yeah, this makes sense, though, because he's a big boss kind of final guy, and
don't say big boss, that's a character in fucking Metal Gear.
Ganondorf is the final boss of his games usually, and so is Sigma.
Yeah, no, that's true.
This makes sense.
Oh god, are we both fighting with lightsabers over here?
That's
we
fine.
doing this Mega Man X shit? Like,
yeah. Yes. But does X have a beam, or is it just Zero?
Zero does, but I think you might be able to pick it up as a means.
Yeah,
oh god,
that
okay.
makes enough sense. Oh, this was a stamina battle.
Yeah, I was thinking, damn, I'm doing pretty good. I'm really low, and he's super high.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, though, for a Mega Man boss. Okay. Stamina.
I am actually gonna switch over to Bowser.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cheese him out for a bit, I think.
Anytime we talk about Mega Man characters, I need to put a disclaimer out that I know them primarily through Sprite comics in the mid-2000s. Sigma was often used as, like, an antagonist, but, Sprite comics. So it would be like, oh, he shows up to, like, crash a party and steal all the nachos or whatever. That's probably not a real example, but it might be.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Oh, okay, well, I'm already losing. Hold on. Let me just make this work. Okay, thanks for fucking doing this, you dick!
Back in the days of peak Sprite comic, which would have probably been like 03, 04.
Yeah.
The ones that I was most familiar with were Mega Man comics for whatever reason, but
yeah, that happened a lot.
One of two main genres of Sprite comic. There's many kinds of Sprite comics, and some of the big ones aren't in either of these genres. Like Kid Rad is original. 8-Bit Theater is Final Fantasy.
Kid Rad's super good.
Yeah,
too.
Kid Rad, if you find it, like, you will not find the original site, but there's a mirror that's pretty faithful. If you have never read Kid Rad, that's Rad with 2 Ds, it is worth it. Okay, so everyone's seen Wreck-It Ralph, right?
Probably.
Imagine if that were good. That's Kid Rad.
Wreck-It Ralph was good.
It was okay. It was extremely in the moment and kind of aged like milk. even though it hasn't even been that long. It's like, this is just a flash in the pan. This is modern pop culture with some retro stuff for the parents. It's like, imagine if the basic concept was done in a much more loving and less cynical fashion. Like, it was, done first by someone who just really liked video games and made slightly more sense. And had a nice broadcast of characters that were all unique and cool and not there to sell toys.
Oh, come on. No,
Fuck you, dude.
Fuck you.
Anyways,
Extra fuck
if you have never read Kid Rad, go Google it. It's really good. Anyways, I was going to say, it's like, as a kid, I was really familiar with Mega Man
Do we actually
sprite comics. The other genre of that was like Sonic sprite comics. Like Sonic Recolors kind of started as a sprite thing before it was really just like a DeviantArt base, like you fill it in with paint bucket thing.
Yeah.
And I've recently stumbled upon some not big name comics, but just random stuff on like Smack Jeeves that was like from like 04, 05. There's just an absolute joy in reading something from someone who would have been 12 or 13 at the time, just making up their own little fan fiction about Sonic and Shadow and watching them like baby's first attempt at a narrative. And it's like, this is so pure. I love it. As opposed to a lot of the Mega Man comics I remember from back in the day were like college students who's learning Photoshop for whatever reason, doing something that's kind of cynical.
Fuck you, Ganon. That was not a victory I was proud of. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bowser. It's really easy to be cheap with Bowser.
Well, it depends on the character. But
yeah, but like he's got moves that can be cheap.
So what were you saying?
But like, there's an amazing joy to Sonic sprite comics that's slightly different from what you get from. Oh, this makes sense. I was thinking it was going to be Snake, but this
was thinking
makes
it would
sense.
too, but I guess it makes sense for him not to appear so
Snake's
early.
probably
especially,
down in
if there's a mini dungeon in there, it's going to be in there.
Yeah. Like, I just recommend that everyone read some sprite comics. I don't care which ones, although Kid Rad is the recommendation. 8-Bit Theater also highly recommended. The guy who wrote it went on to just, like, write real comics afterwards. It's just, there's a sort of beauty to the idea of, like, a bunch of people who probably weren't very good at actual art could make comics using assets that everyone kind of recognized, and they used like a common sort of visual language so that like you can tell your story and people will kind of already know who Mega Man and Sonic are. You can tell jokes about the video games, which at the time was a kind of a new thing. It was like there was Penny Arcade and nobody else. It's an amazing part of internet history that I think we need to appreciate more. I constantly try to tell people, by the way, just like, you have an idea but you're not very good at drawing, make a sprite comic and let me read it, and then maybe draw it later once you know exactly what you want.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were doing there.
I had forgotten that it exploded in his face. I didn't realize that it had... I'm just bad. There's no excuse.
I love the way Mega Man looks in this game.
Yeah, Mega Man is honestly one of the best characters in this, just in terms of visuals.
Yeah, like, he's faithful to the original sprites, but in a way where it's like, they put details in places that make sense.
Oh, that feels so good.
Like, I've had to draw him. It's like, oh, his torso that's not spandex. That's actually
he's just a robot.
like a robot torso.
Yeah, he could take the face off and he'd just be a robot under.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
He's got hip hinges. He's got toe hinges. He looks so good.
I forget who it was who said it, but I want to say it was Sakurai was talking about that when they first announced Mega Man for Smash 4. Mm-hmm. And they were like, we wanted to make this Mega Man Nintendo's Mega Man. This is the Mega Man who first started out on like NES, and at the time he was just a robot. He didn't have facial expressions. He moved in a very particular way. He could shoot in a very particular way. Like, that was the whole concept behind it. And it's like, it shows.
That's
it's so
a Smash
good.
thing.
Yeah. Okay. So is this it? It's just okay. So clearly the doors are going to open after we beat something, and we're going to be able to go through them.
Yeah, and they're numbered. That's convenient.
I'm going to guess that after we beat this, we're gonna have to go forward, and then we hit the switches to turn off the doors.
Yeah,
so
but that's one.
there's
So
one.
one,
That'll turn off that
2.
one. Then we can go up and hit 2. I'm not seeing any other enemy. Oh no, there's an enemy. So, are we
It's a
really just
stealth
not going to be
segment.
attacked for part of these? Wait, what?
like, look at the way it's lined up. So that, like, if this
It's an
were
S.
not the format it is, you could have, like, leaned up against the row of boxes and waited for that guard to have moved
Oh
away.
yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
Whose footprints are these? Like,
It's just a box.
defeat an army of fighters. Have you? I'm sorry. I'm thinking about now the weird. Tell me if you've seen this. The thing where Tumblr got really interested in this for a while, where somebody gave David Hayter like a whole shtick to say his Snake, and he did it. And it's Snake being like, "Ugh, Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick, and the clap of my ass keeps alerting the guards."
I've not heard the clip.
Yeah,
of
it's
this,
it's funny.
But I've seen people rewrite this to be about everything, because Tumblr
Yeah,
memes
that's
are
fine.
basically just, you take the thing and you replace the nouns.
It may have started as something else, and then they gave it to David Hayter, and he agreed to do it anyway, to be honest.
Possibly. I know I've seen it. I'm going to just say for the off chance anyone doesn't know this, asses that are big don't make noises when you walk around. Just in case you've never met someone with a big ass, I'll just give you first-hand experience. We don't make noise.
Yeah, well. I'm going to hit this button number 1. So it just turns
Okay,
off all the
yeah.
ones?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, fair enough. So, there's an enemy in there with the 4 switch. There's a bunch of enemies in here with the 3. There's a chest in that's clearly going to be the last fighter, which is almost guaranteed fucking Snake. Oh no, that's the boss. So there's just somebody in here to rescue, but then also whoever the hell this is also going to give us a character.
Yeah.
Because the last one Bowser totally gave us one when we went in and beat up Giga Bowser.
Yeah, but I'm not sure who that would be in that situation.
Either.
'Cause it's
would
not
it
gonna
have to be a
be-
boss?
For boss characters, we know that there's a
Like a
boss
villain?
Ganon, and
It would have to be a villain, right?
I can't think of anyone
man.
else. It's not going to be the Rathalos, even though I know it's in here.
No, well, yeah, he's not a playable character mostly.
It could just not give us a character. Like, there's a lot of things that could be happening.
Wait, do these only turn off some of the 2 switches? Oh, it's one of these. It's a puzzle.
Cool. So if you had just picked the wrong one, you would have, had to go through this crap.
Yeah, I
Hey!
did not know that it was going to do this. So I guess I picked right the first time.
They may be just dumping all the sci-fi in here, so we're about to get Fox.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, maybe
Yeah,
it
he
is
comes with Fox and Falco as assists.
Yeah, and it's literal just Golden Rob. Stamina battle reinforcements will appear. You know what? Oh wait, that's right. You can't use. I thought you could use
The spirit
items.
board items? Nah.
Yeah. Let's see, stamina up, neutral special. Nah. Stamina. You know what?
Sure.
Fair. All right, let's do it. Give me like 300 stamina against this 64 stamina Rob.
I don't think it's gonna. Yeah,
It's
120.
and I only have 195. But still,
Pretty good.
Yeah,
You've stacked it in your favor.
Rob.
Yeah.
It's Rob.
Yeah, I appreciate that as the games continued into consoles that aren't the N64, they didn't change Rob 64's name to like Rob Cube or anything.
I would have loved Rob Cube. It's just Rob's face, but it's like a cube that hovers around.
That's his son.
He's got a big handle in the back, like.
Yeah, honestly, now that I've said it, it's like I don't want them to change
You
Rob
would wanted
64.
Rob Cube.
Rob Cube should just be a character, though.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, so
well,
only one of them actually let us out.
Yeah,
actually opened the doors.
that's weird,
It was the
but
first one we
let's-
guessed.
But let's just get these anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Increased attack power, shields often, and is giant.
Giant Ridley.
Yeah, Giant Ridley.
I
Star Rod,
refuse to
Battering
pronounce
Ram,
it your way. I think we've had this discussion. On screen?
I don't know. I know I talked to... No, it was off screen. I talked to a friend who pronounced it that way, and I told you, and you're like, oh, from now on I'm pronouncing it that way.
No, that's what it reads like.
It's
it
not,
looks
it's
like it says
Ridley.
Ridley. That's what those letters look like in that arrangement.
It's I-D-L-E. Riddle.
There would be an extra D if that were true.
But Riddle would have the E on the other side of the L. I don't understand your
not
your line of
necessarily.
logic.
It's idle with an R in front. Look, it doesn't matter because the people who named the character would have been speaking Japanese. It really, like, the spelling doesn't actually mean much for, like, official stuff, but, like, I think it is valid to read it and think it should be pronounced that way, and I don't want to change the way I say it.
Okay, fair. At least you're willing to admit that it's just
I'm willing to admit that the people who named him didn't understand English enough to get the letters right.
His name is a pun off of Ripley.
I don't care. Because look at the way... Because rip is a word that is pronounced the way it's pronounced. So it would make sense if you see a P there. No one would say ripely because that would have implied a different word.
No, wait a minute. Well, Ripley, yeah, but also Ridley's name is based on Ridley Scott, who's the guy who made Alien.
Is it spelled the exact same way?
Yeah, it's spelled the exact same way.
I bet that in school everyone called him Ridley.
No, his name's Ridley. Also, Ridley is a first name. How weird is that?
It is a little
His
odd.
last name's Scott, too.
Okay.
Like, that just feels like all kinds of confusing.
Why do we have a gunman? He's just dancing in the air, and something about that is just too funny to me.
Because it's 8-bit. That's his entire shtick in WarioWare is that he plays classic retro games. So you're doing like WarioWare puzzles that are just classic Nintendo games half the time. I could have survived that. I did not hold the button properly. But yeah, no, it's 8-bit and 16-bit. So it's the little kid and the big guy, and they do 8-bit games and 16-bit games in WarioWare.
Okay.
And then his mom's name is like 5-bit, I want to say.
Huh. Which isn't a thing.
No, well, I mean, that might be what Game & Watch is. I don't know. Like.
Well, that implies a different kind of coding system.
Oh damn, dude.
Because the bits are based on like how long the strings of binary are.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
Like, would the transistors just have 5?
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip him because I know for a fact I've gotten that already.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna walk past it.
Like you got it in the spirit board?
Yeah, I got it off of the spirit board, so I'm not even gonna bother. Let's see. There's an item here, assuming it's not a mimic. Nope. Okay, 20. I would love it if mimics were in here, though.
If there was a mimic in here,
no,
it would probably look like a box of oranges.
Yeah, maybe.
Snake's a mimic.
3?
You see a box, you open it, and Snake's inside.
So I have to get 3 if I want to get in there.
Eh. And 3 is past all of the guards.
Yeah, and 4 is over here, so I can get it out of order if I want to fight Revolver Ocelot. From Metal Gear. Oh, I'm really disappointed. They had a perfect chance to put his name in the parentheses, and they didn't. Because there's a joke that every time Revolver Ocelot shows up, especially in 3, his name comes up, and if you have the subtitles on, he goes, "I'm Revolver Ocelot." And you see his name as a singular line, then his name comes up as Revolver Ocelot, and then there's like a third line that has his name come up. Like, it was a meme for a long time that every time you say his name, you have to say it like 8 times.
Okay.
He also meows loudly.
Then they should have put Incineroar here.
They should have, honestly.
Although
he does
the
that
playstyle would probably be wrong, because Incineroar doesn't have a gun.
No, yeah.
I guess they decided Revolver was the important part here.
Well, it is honestly the Revolver is the most important part, because in 3 he does the meowing thing, but he doesn't do it on any other game, I think. In most of the other games, he's just some old man. And his whole shtick is just like, he uses a revolver, and he's the best at using revolvers.
Just
Best in the
like,
world.
can he not use like rifles?
He prefers revolvers.
Okay.
He probably can use other things, but
What
it's,
if it loads different? What if it does? What if it's like you get like a clip you put into it?
that's probably fine. His entire thing though is that like he's Revolver Ocelot. When he introduces himself in 3, he shows off by taking the revolvers that he has, which I think he has like 3 revolvers, and he just starts juggling them and firing them off independently. Like he just does trick shots to show off. And it's just like, come on, Revolver Ocelot.
We should get a spirit to disable this floor.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking it.
Yeah, there's
I was
no
like, oh, I don't
reason
need
for
to change
this.
my spirit. I'm fine. And it's like, no, dude, I don't like this electric floor bullshit. This is awful. And if you touch it, you're fucked.
And if you don't,
It's not as
make
forgiving
it
as some of the
through-
other ones. Like,
If you don't make it through the torture minigame, you get a different ending.
yeah, right? Like, I think maybe this might be a reference to that. Because he's the one who does that, I think.
I'm glad that I remembered that correctly.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Because
You
a
know
lot
what? No,
of the
it's not him. It's
characters-
Liquid. It's Liquid.
Okay.
I think.
A lot of the
I don't know now that I
characters
think
in
about
the
it.
single game I have watched you play
I can't remember.
kind of
Might
look the
be
same
him.
because it's PS1 low poly and they're all kind of like the same color scheme because they're
it's been a
white guys
bit.
in military
The problem is that it's
dresses.
been a while since we've done. I can't remember who gives it to you. I'm almost positive it's Liquid though.
Look, someone electrocutes Snake and it just looks like that's what they were going for.
Eh,
Gotta
Might
go
be.
through 3 first.
yeah, I know. So I gotta go all the way up there and see who's there. Good thing this isn't a stealth game.
Yeah.
Let's see, Dr. Wily. Fuck that, by the way. We
It's
tried to
Dr.
do that
Mario.
we tried to do that on stream. I
Did
don't know if you
we?
remember.
I
Yeah,
vaguely
that's like
remember.
the hardest
Yeah,
spirit
4-star.
ever. Well, first of all, yes, he's legendary. Secondly, he's Dr. Mario, but he doesn't show up until you've beaten 4 Metal Mega Mans.
Only 4?
No,
You sure
sorry,
it wasn't
8.
8? Yeah,
8
that
Metal
makes
Mega
sense.
Mans. It's 8 Metal Mega Mans and a Dr. Mario, and it's like, oh no.
Oh, I've done this one. This one's not too
Please.
hard.
Like,
I did this through the spirit board and I thought it was adorable.
oh yeah, no, it's cute.
It's not just that it's grid line Mac or whatever you want to
Which
call
honestly
that.
is like my favorite version of Mac. I like this version where he's this and he has the coat on.
It's also fucking Virtua Fighter.
Oh yeah, that's
So
adorable.
it's like polygons. Porygon is represented with a bunch of polygons.
Yeah. He stole my fucking club.
Yeah, you
I'm
came
really
into the
angry.
area with that.
I'm so mad that he stole my fucking item. Give it back, you gigantic douche.
Well, you won.
There we
Yeah, this
go.
one also wasn't that hard.
No, it's a 1-star. It's fine. What a jerk. He stole my item. I wanted that item.
That's what you get when you come in with like a blunt weapon and you have no hands. Piranha
Right?
Plant.
No, that's fine.
Aw, young Link.
Enemies' explosions and fire attacks have increased power. It's a stamina battle, and they favor down specials. That's fine.
Young Link is
So
my
he's just gonna throw a
precious
lot of
son.
bombs.
I will protect him with my life.
Bomb man.
I mean, we want to kill this one. Oh,
Yeah, we
there's
do.
2 of him. Are there normally 2 bomb men?
I don't remember. It could be that they just want to make sure that they can get enough bombs going off at once.
Maybe.
Oop, okay, I'm already out of...
And he's got the classic bombs as opposed to the
Yeah, he
Breath
does,
of the
as
Wild
opposed to
ones.
the normal Link now who has Breath of the Wild bombs.
Yeah, which
Have to be triggered
yeah.
afterward.
Which is fine as a gameplay thing. I'm glad they brought Young Link back so that you have the option of having the old bombs. Cause,
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you like that or if you didn't.
well, like, anytime they make a major gameplay change to a character that's not purely for balance reasons, they should give you the alternative. Like how Mario has the Flood and Dr. Mario doesn't. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not like you were making them better, you were making them more modern.
You're
So
making
it's
them
like...
different.
Like you're updating to reflect the games that have happened since the last game, so just, give us the option to have the classic playstyle. It makes perfect sense, and also Young Link is just pure distilled Ocarina of Time, and I hold
Dual.
that in my hands and I keep it safe.
Do you remember this guy from Smash?
It's
He's
just a
from Brawl.
subspace thing.
Yeah,
right?
he's one of the big
Yeah.
Brawl subspace bosses. It's giant ice climbers.
I guess each one represents one of his hands or something.
Or something, yeah.
Because half of him appears to be...
Oh, no, he's
Yeah,
two-headed. He's
double-
two-headed.
Yeah,
I forgot
that's
about that.
what it was.
Yeah, that's what
The
it was.
angle they chose for that clip art was, like, I wasn't
Yeah, it wasn't the
remembering.
best. I noticed it, too. I was like, wait a minute, is he just two-headed and they picked a really bad picture? And it's like,
Yeah.
that's exactly
This
what
makes
it fucking
sense.
was.
Do we have any opinions on Ice Climbers?
I like them. I own Ice Climbers, like the original NES version.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, like, big on the kind of classic gaming sort of thing where it's like, oh, these guys are big memory from. It's like, no, I've never played it. But it's like, I like that they're a weird gimmick, and I like, I just kind of like their design, like, they're cute. And it baffles me that they just have not made an Ice Climbers game to update them for the modern day.
Yep, nope.
Like,
never
I don't
did.
even care what it would be like. Like, it would probably be what? Like, just a puzzle platformer of some sort?
Probably. Those games aren't particularly popular anymore is probably part of the problem.
Well, that's because it was just a simple arcade style you jump on things, right?
Kind of. It is arcade style. The idea behind like Ice Climbers is that it's kind of arcadey, but at the same time it's kind of like I don't know. You know, it's arcadey. That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, it kind of feels like a game where Nintendo went. This is. I think Ice Climbers was originally in arcades, and they went. This is in arcades. Let's just bring it to the home console.
Yeah.
Like they did with Donkey Kong eventually.
But they could do stuff with the concept and like just update it. It doesn't have to be in like 3D. It can be. They could do a lot of things, and they haven't.
It makes me think of Kid Icarus too. Like
Yeah,
it plays
because
very similarly. To
Kid Icarus got an update with more lore and more characters represented in Smash, and
Yeah.
Ice Climbers hasn't. And it's like, I mean, someone should try.
I mean, honestly, Kid Icarus Uprising is amazing too. You know, you say that, but a lot of the time they don't point this out. They don't make a big deal out of it. But with properties like that, people might suggest that to Nintendo or to other companies and be like, I'd be willing to make it, and then Nintendo tells them either no, or the pitch comes out and it's not particularly good, and they turn
or it's
down,
like
and stuff like that. It happens
studio
a lot.
that hasn't gotten itself proven yet or something.
I think that's part of the reason why Nintendo for a while thought of Metroid as being dead. Right up until, I want to say, the Prime series. There was a Metroid on Game Boy Advance, but...
I think that came after Prime, though? I don't know.
remember.
Oh, shit, it's a box!
Neat! Improves escape. That's pretty good.
Got it out of a chest!
Yeah. So we gotta do Rex here.
Is that a Rob? That's a Rob.
Yeah, that's a Rob. So we're gonna do this real fast. He's equipped with a steel diaper, though.
That makes sense.
But this video is getting long. I think maybe we should save the boss and the big fight after Rob for the next episode.
Oh, I want to know who the boss is.
Well, we could check who they are. I mean, I guess, but I feel like because we're gonna do our match that we usually do at the end, it's already pushing an hour.
Yeah, I understand. We don't want to go forever, but it's so easy to in
I
Smash.
know, but like I have to do the editing, and it's
I know.
it's so much work.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Someday I will
Stop,
learn how
please.
to
No,
edit.
you fuck.
You should
They
change
pushed
Party
me
over
out
to a
of-
metal killer.
Probably. Are they even metal?
Were they not?
I don't think they were. I
They
think they were
usually
just
start
gray.
them that way.
No, I think they were just gray.
There they are.
Oh, maybe
They're
they are.
metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like almost any time that it's a Metal Gear character, they've been starting the metal. I think. It's like maybe not for the humans, but
I don't know.
like this has come up before where it's been like a human with a Rob as a minion and they've been metal.
Yeah, I think that might be a thing.
Yeah, so I just kind of was like, they're metal, and they are.
They're giant too, which is
Yeah.
really annoying.
It makes sense though.
Oh, come
I like
on.
that he's holding a stick made out of rocks.
You can't even dodge the ore from a giant character when you're up on the top platforms. It's too high.
There you
What a
go.
pain. Stamina and.
Was this a
easier dodge.
stamina match?
Yeah, I think it might have been.
I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
stamina battle. The enemy's metal. Yada yada.
They do that a lot when they want it to be like a boss battle.
Metal Gear Rex, yeah. Rex, I believe, is the first one that you fight. Like Metal Gear Solid 1, kind of the first one that you fight. 'Cause, I mean, technically, there is the one that's in
Regular Metal Gear.
Yeah, regular Metal Gear does have a Metal Gear in it, but it's really garbage comparatively. Like, it's for real. It looks like a box robot. Like it's really not so good.
Well, I've never seen that. That's in the compilation we have, though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, that's Rex. There he is. He's a military transport vehicle for nuclear warheads. He's supposed to allow them to be moved over great distances, and he has missile launchers on his back to shoot them.
Wasn't part of the point that it's a walking tank, though, and Rob does not have legs?
Yeah, it's also a walking tank.
Yeah, it's like Rob's the closest they're going to get because he is just a robot, but it's like, technically that's not the right kind of robot.
Okay.
Although Mega Man would also look weird here.
So the character is Snake.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, which means that the boss can't be Snake. We're going to go down and we'll just walk into the boss, and if we don't see what the boss is, we'll save it for next time.
Okay. You mean like we're going to walk in and see the cutscene?
No,
No?
like we're going to stand here and look at it.
I
don't immediately recognize it,
can't
so
tell.
it's probably some kind of giant robot.
You gonna like withhold this from me for a whole week?
Oh yeah, it's called a cliffhanger. So pick up your controller.
Well, now I'm mad.
It will use that anger to beat me.
I'll try. We're worried about our Joy-Cons, by the way, which is the controller
little
I'm
bit,
using.
Yeah. Because you prefer using it, or you've been using it at the very least. And the
I
reason
don't necessarily prefer it.
The reason I don't like it is that I immediately was like, these are really cool controllers. You cannot use these on good games. I will never touch these. That's why we got the controller to begin with, was for Monster Hunter and Smash. And I was like, there's no way that you are going to be able to use these and not have them break. And they're like $70 a piece. And you went, it's fine. And then you used them and it's like, they're breaking.
They might be breaking. We're not completely sure yet. Oh, you're doing... Oh, no, you did it in Battlefield mode.
Yeah, I did it in
Okay,
Battlefield.
I'm going to look through some of the ones down here that I never look at.
Okay.
Let's see.
There's a lot of interesting ones.
You know what? This one's just cool looking. Let's just do this one.
Yeah, didn't you replay this in actual Bayonetta recently, too?
The
we
clock
played
tower
Bayonetta
thing?
a lot lately.
Not... I've been, like, trying to get better at Bayonetta, but I have not gone back to that first segment with the clock tower. That seems silly.
Oh, alright. Anyway, though.
Are we doing our... We're not doing our best.
No, yeah, you can do whatever you want. I just want to make one
You know
interesting
what?
match, and I haven't used Bowser more than, like, once this
I've
whole
been
time.
wanting to get good with Bayonetta. To
She's
just
a good
see.
character.
Yeah. So we'll just do this for and then we'll do like a one where we're doing our best, or no?
No, this will be the only one.
Okay.
This video's already long. I've said
All right. Well then, you're trying to make it go as fast as possible.
that. No, that's not true.
Yes, you are.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
that was a
wow.
mistake
Fuck.
on my behalf.
Fuck, I don't know Bayonetta.
Okay, but you made a mistake too, so that's
Yeah.
good for me.
Also, I think some of this has been the controller. Yeah. Oh my god, this. Yeah, we need a second controller.
Yeah, we do. I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah, I am not doing so good. Yeah. I can't go up? Are we serious?
Wait, can you not anymore?
No! What the
Oh.
This isn't gonna work.
Jump with her here.
It's working here. It wasn't working there.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck?
I'll give you the homie stock, though.
I'm just gonna stay here. I can't do this correctly.
What? Whoa, that was really weird.
Alright, I'm probably not utilizing this well.
Nope, you did it good.
Alright.
You didn't get the full one.
Yeah, no. I forgot that was gonna happen.
Might have been enough. Giga Boozer.
Oh, it's the fucking controller, I swear to God.
Okay. Well,
I knew this is the worst it's been.
Okay, we'll come back in a week and fix it.
Yeah. We'll get another one of them $25 GameStop controllers.
Yeah.
I don't want to replace the Joy-Cons though.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Okay. Final thoughts outside of that?
Why is her hand blue?
They're gloves. They're
Oh,
white
it's
on
just
the back
the inside
and
of the
blue on
gloves. It's just
inside,
it's her second game outfit.
I was looking at Bowser and wondering why his snout is like got segmentation to it.
Never expect an answer for why Koopa anatomy is the way it is.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
Mario character anatomy logic has never made sense and never will.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.